Hi everyone. As you know, I've been sharing stories from my old childhood book, Animal Nursery Tales by Richard Scarry. And I've shared with you that this used to be one of my favorite books when I was growing up. Whether it was the stories or the illustrations, I don't know. The book is in tatters now. I've read it and my kids have read it and it's passed through many hands, but I still hold it dear. So we're missing the first page where the story starts. It's called The Three Little Pigs, and it's about the three little pigs, the three brothers who set out to make their own houses and live on their own. So the first little pig, he built a house of straw. Along came a wicked wolf and knocked on the door. Can you see the little door here? Little pig, let me come in, said the wolf. But the little pig answered, No, not by the hair on my chinny chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. And he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And he ate the little pig up. Second little pig met a woodcutter with a bundle of sticks. Please, sir, he asked, may I have some sticks to build a house? The woodcutter gave him some sticks, and the second little pig built his house of sticks. Can you see that? Then along came the wolf, who said, Little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair of my chinny chin, answered the second little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. And he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in and ate the second little pig up. Look at that. The third little pig met a bricklayer with a load of bricks there. Please, sir, he said, may I have some bricks to build a house? The bricklayer gave him some bricks, and the third little pig built his house of bricks. Then along came the wolf, the same wolf, who said, Little pig, let me come in. And the third little pig answered, No, not by the hair of my chinny chin. See, the same thing happens again. And then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. Can you see him blowing and huffing and puffing? He huffed and he puffed until he could huff and puff no more. But he couldn't blow the little house in. Can you see the look on the wolf's face? He can't believe what's happening. I must think of a trick to get that little pig out of his house, the crafty wolf said to himself. After thinking for a while, he said, Little pig, I know of a garden where there are some tasty turnips. Will you join me at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and we'll go and get some? Where are they? Asked the little pig. Down in Misty Meadows, said the wolf. The little pig agreed to go. What's wrong with this little pig? Does he want to be eaten up by that horrible wolf? But instead of waiting for the wolf to come at 7 o'clock, the little pig went at 6 o'clock, all by himself, and brought home a full basket of turnips. Aha, our little pig is clever too. When the wolf came at 7 o'clock, He asked the little pig if he was ready to go. Why, I've been there already, said the little pig, and I brought home a full basket of turnips for dinner. The wolf was very angry at this, but he pretended not to be. There, the wolf comes knocking at his door, but the pig has already been to that field, to the meadow, and he's got the turnips. Now the wolf thought of another trick. Little pig, I know where there's a nice big apple tree, he said. Where? Asked the little pig. Over at Windy Hill, said the wolf. I'll come for you at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we will go together to pick up some juicy apples. When the little pig, now the pig is clever, right? Well, the little pig got up at 5 o'clock the next morning, and he went to the apple tree, hoping to get back home before the wolf came. But it took him a long time to get there. He was still up the tree when he saw the wolf coming. He was very frightened. Look at this. He's still picking apples up in the tree, and he sees the wolf coming up the hill. The wolf stopped under the tree and said, Little pig, you got here before me. Are they nice apples? Yes, said the little pig. I will throw one down for you to taste. But he threw it so far that the wolf ran to catch it, and the little pig climbed down and ran home. There goes the wolf trying to catch the apple. The next day, the wolf came to the little pig's house again. The wolf sure doesn't give up. Little pig, there's a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Will you go with me? He asked. Oh yes, cried the little pig. At 3 o'clock, said the wolf. So the little pig, as usual, he went little earlier. At the fair, he bought a butter churn to make butter in. Do you know what here? Where's the butter churn? There. That's what you make butter in, or the pig intends to make butter in. As he was going home with it, he saw the wolf coming up the road. He didn't know what to do. He decided to climb into the churn to hide. Look, there's the wolf. And the pig hides in the butter churn. But the churn tipped over and rolled down the hill. The wolf was so frightened by it. He didn't know that the pig was inside, right? The wolf was so frightened by it that he ran away home without going to the fair to find the little pig. Can you see that little balloon that the pig was holding? Yeah, so that's still outside the churn. And the wolf doesn't know what's inside the churn and what's rolling down at him. Now when the wolf found out that the little pig had been inside the churn, he was furious. He went to the little pig's house. Little pig, he called. You got away from me at Misty Meadows, Windy Hill, and at the Shanklin Fair. But you can't get away from me now. I'm coming down the chimney to eat you up. Look at that. Well, the little pig quickly took the lid off the big pot of water on the fire. Splash! Into the boiling water fell the wolf. What a clever little pig! The wolf jumped up and ran howling out the door, never to return to the little brick house where the little pig lived happily ever after. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed reading it out to you.